Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol MDR. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. If you're not sure what I mean by 30-minute, I do offer an explanation video at that link. So if you go there, I'll explain in detail. Did this analysis on Monday with the big crash there, and today was a pretty non-eventful day, but it actually was a very eventful day. And what do I mean by that? Well, first, let's just establish the context, and I realize I'm going to be stating the obvious, but the context going into today was a whole lot of downwards pressure. I mean, if you were around on Monday during the close, or going into the close, I should say, volume came pouring in. I mean, it got halted. It was a nasty, nasty situation. There is a whole lot of downwards pressure being put into play. And then all of a sudden we had today. And today was a relatively boring day, meaning the price just went sideways, and it went sideways in a relatively tight range. And that presents a very interesting situation because at least the bloodshed didn't continue. The downwards momentum didn't just continue to push further and further. Now, don't get me wrong, and I really wish I could say trading was easy. Just because this all happened, does this mean that for sure this is the bottom and is guaranteed to bounce back upwards? I'm not saying that. My point is, at least at this point, it's a logical thought to have. It makes rational sense to think, you know what? Maybe this is some sort of bottom that's forming. Maybe there is getting ready to some sort of bounce back to the upside. Now, when I say upside, I don't mean that it's necessarily going back up to $1.60, within the next few days, but at least some sort of tradable movement to the upside. So, level that really stands out to me now from the support side of things is just right there at that 64-cent mark. Nothing fancy other than that just is essentially the little bottom portion of this channel that formed here. And then from the resistance side of things, I'm very curious and interested to see, can the price actually break above that trend line right there? If it can, especially if it's a high volume break, I'm not saying it's shooting straight up to that pink line there, the 200-period moving average at 96 cents, but there's definitely some room for this thing to run because with the big gap down with the big movement downwards, that did create some space between the levels of resistance. So, a break of there, not necessarily saying it's shooting straight up to there, but there's definitely some real estate on the chart for the price to make some movement. So certainly very interesting. Nice sign of bullishness that the price was at least just able to go sideways today. Still a lot of work to be done, but we'll see how this one continues to play out. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.